in my hometown in Mangaldan, Pangasinan. But after probably 7 years of teaching, I was phased out. I use the term phased out because I did not voluntarily apply for the position. The mayor of my hometown then uh, probably saw some potential in me. So he took me to fill up a position that would later lead to planning. The first position that I occupied in the municipal hall was as a special assistant to the mayor. Um, but shortly after, the uh, the national government, through President Marcos I, then issued a decree, Presidential Decree 144. The decree created the municipal or local development fund, which was to be sourced from the income of the national government. Previously, what the national government was sharing with local governments was simply the proceeds of gasoline and oil industry products. So it was quite small, and so it was uh, entirely used for infrastructure construction and maintenance of existing infrastructures. But with the expansion of the fund, uh, it became necessary for those who are going to spend that money to not capriciously use it anywhere, but uh, use it for development. And to do that, they were required to organize their local planning offices. And that's where the mayor put me in. I became the first municipal development coordinator. There was no planning then.
Mm.
The position title was Municipal Development Coordinator.
Mm.
But the the inclusion of the term planning in the nomenclature of that office came after almost at the close of martial law in 1983, when the first local government code uh, inserted the the term planning in the position.
Mm.
So I I was in fact the first planner in town,
Mm.
but uh, the my position was not anything had nothing to do with planning yet.
Mm.
Uh, what we did was to prepare the first comprehensive plan
Mm.
of the town, but I didn't know anything about planning, so
Mm.
I was a school teacher, a high school teacher
Mm.
of English. So what we did was uh, it happened that the then DLGC, which is now DILG,
Mm.
opened an assistance program uh, to local governments precisely to implement the directive that local development staffs should be converted into local planning offices. So there were very few planners then, only those who took their planning education abroad,
Mm,
and they were deployed in mostly national government offices like NEDA, the BWH, and the like.
mm,
And when we got the assistance from the ILG, in fact, we were among the first, probably
mm,
the first, to be assisted by the LGCD.
mm,
But they did not download the money.
mm,
They used the money to hire consultants to assist us.
mm,
And we were fortunate to have the then architect uh, Alabanza,
mm,
Joseph Alabanza, who was then uh, serving as the regional director of NEDA for Region 1. And he was assisted by also, fortunately, two of the four first graduates of undergraduate planning course, an undergraduate planning course offered by St. Louis University in Baguio. They called it Town and Country Planning.
mm,
There were only four who graduated, and then after the graduation, the the course stopped being offered, probably because there were no enrollees. There were so
Sir,
that's
what year
how
was this? What year
uh,
what year was this po?
uh, that was mid 70s.
70s.
That
So
was
this
mid
was the
70s.
ano po, Marcos era pa siya, no? The
Yeah,
age of ano pa, centralization pa siya.
martial law, martial law.
Martial law. Oo.
Uh, so we were able to complete the plan with the assistance of planners. So it was from that experience where I realized uh, I I did not know anything about the position I was holding.
Mm,
And so I I resigned from the I sought transfer, in fact, uh,
mm,
from my position to a position in the national government
mm,
as information officer of the Civil Service Commission. And now that I was based in Manila, Metro Manila, I enrolled at the then Institute of Planning of UP.
mm,
Uh, Planning had always been offered in the graduate level after the St. Louis attempt to offer it
mm,
at the undergrad level.
mm,
And so I was admitted to UP while
mm,
working in the Civil Service Commission. And after a few months, I was recruited by then Professor Ben Carino,
mm,
who was the head of the research division of the school. So although there was a big difference in salaries, I took it uh, in order to be close to the to have an free access to the library of SERP.
mm.
So,
So
so
you can research and do your learn
yes,
more
yes,
about
yeah.
planning, ano.
Uh, that is a no-no in the regular bureaucracy.
Mm,
You you cannot use your official time to do personal things. So I took it as a privilege, and so that's how I got into SERP.
mm.
And as they say, the rest is history.